I am so excited about today because today is the launch of LiveWell, which is our new program that helps teams of people working in assisted living or residential care facilities or skilled nursing or adult foster care to work better together as a team, to communicate better so as to provide better care for residents. So there's 20 different communities here today, almost 100 people, and they're getting some exposure to different types of tools that they can use to measure what's happening, like falls or medication errors, all kinds of things that, if they're improved, end up creating a much better and safer environment for residents, and also a happier one for the staff.
And it's a real opportunity for people to focus on how they can move from good to great. So much great stuff happens, but sometimes things get in the way. Sometimes the systems don't quite deliver what people want. So this is an opportunity to support people and provide that frontline care with using some simple tools and techniques to really make a difference within their own communities. So we're not telling them what it is they have to do. We're saying this is how you can go about making a change. It's a journey. They're going to go on this journey. Today is the start of that. They'll get support from us here within Care Oregon. They'll do the right things for themselves, and it's a fantastic opportunity to make a difference, as we say.
The challenges the industry faces today fall into probably 5 areas. One being workforce. The second being changes in acuity. As we move through the progression of healthcare, Oregon is a leader in that respect, and so we're well ahead of the rest of the curve, but it certainly puts us in a position where, as acuity changes in the communities, we have to adapt and adjust. So within the workforce, we also have issues in training, having the right people with the right skills in the right place at the right time. Obviously, resources available as we have baby boomers now becoming the brunt of our residents. We also have the issue of how do we pay for it? We have more residents through the waiver program than ever before, and consequently there's a strain on state budgets. So all those things reflect where we are. And then the last area would be technology. How do we work smarter, not harder?
So we'll start by saying to people, where are you now? What goes well, and what are some of the things that are challenges? Where would you like to make some improvements? And that may be different for different communities. So the opportunity they have is to focus on things that matter to them as staff and the residents within their community. So over time, they'll be measuring against the baseline, so they'll be able to demonstrate to themselves what the impact is of their changes.
I'm excited to work with other facilities to get new ideas, maybe see what they're doing, what works for them, and maybe implement some of those ideas into our community.
In this program, we were hoping to get better teamwork and better communication with our staff. They're all my staff come from different countries. I have a lot of people from different parts of Africa where the English isn't the most common language, so finding a way to communicate with everyone effectively and getting everyone to work along together is what we're really looking for.
I'm excited about the whole program, first off. I think this is an excellent program. It offers providers an opportunity to systematize a lot of what they're doing from a quality perspective. In the American Healthcare Association, the National Center for Assisted Living, we're focused on the Baldrige Awards as the preeminent quality awards that we should be focused on in terms of guiding our everyday lives in our communities. This fits very nicely with that.
This is our second go-around with this program, so we're very fortunate to be involved with the piloting of this Care Homes Wellbeing and now transitioning to the LiveWell program. So it's really interesting to see the evolution of what Care Oregon has done to this program, and we'd like to deepen what we're already doing and really become a little more expert in what to measure and when, and looking at things like behavior interventions and trying to figure out how we can nuance this program to really fit what we do. And so we're really excited to be here and be able to have this opportunity to really refine it.
I think we are at a good place, but there's room for improvement and just get people on board. And I like a quote that I saw in the book that says, a boat doesn't move forward when everyone's paddling their own way. And I honestly think that's where we are, and we can make so much more progress if everyone is paddling in the same direction, so getting people on board the boat.
Collaboration is essential to this program. So in fact, the training that we do is very limited. It's just today and then one more day in January. In between, the groups learn from one another. They meet together. They do phone calls twice a week.
Just last week, I was collaborating with an organization that had been on the first pilot project, and just talking about, we have very common challenges, and talking about how she was going about a certain problem. And while the LiveWell program necessarily didn't come up, it was a way that we've networked that we wouldn't have networked before.
One of the great things that we've learned was the issues we have aren't necessarily all our own issues too. People have the same experiences, and the collaboration process gives you ideas of how they solve problems versus how we solve problems.
We know that that's the best way adults learn, and the best hope we have for sustainability of this program and for these communities is to have friends and to have ties with others who are in the same boat.
So what's great is we've got a room full of people here. There's 100 plus people at this launch event here, the first training day. That's a statement of support from the leadership within the communities that have been involved. The fact that it requires a degree of bravery to free up frontline staff to actually come here and learn how to make their own changes, which is very different to the typical model of top-down. People are told what it is they want to do, even that they have to do, even though they may know something isn't going to work. The opportunity here is to say, look, my administrator and the team at the top of the organisation have confidence in us, looking at what we do and focusing on making changes to make things even better.
One of the things I love about this program is oftentimes in nursing, people express, I wish I had more time to do this. I wish I had more time to do that. Well, it gives us time, and it helps us prioritize that time for resident care, and that's awesome. It really speaks to the goal of what this is about, creating a better experience for residents and giving us the time and the ability to do that with the tools it provides.
The tools that we learned today, I think, are going to be very useful. I think they're going to help us get a better idea of what's going on in our community and what we can do to fix it, and work together as a team, come up with new ideas moving forward.
As we're writing these, making out these questions and answers and working together, trying to figure out what we could work on, what we're doing well, it really makes us think. And actually, I was thinking, we're actually doing pretty good. It's making me have a positive feeling about it all.
This is our first test group, and in spring of 2017, we'll be adding a new group of assisted living facilities, and we'll add a couple of new categories of long-term care services, and that's adult foster care and skilled nursing facilities. We're really testing the flexibility and the power of this methodology, if it is what we think it can be. And we've set up a structure that really promotes the kind of learning that is super strong, then it will work. It will work across all different sectors, and it's something that Oregon can show the nation.